Alright guys, let's start it off. Okay, we've got a continuation of one of the best hauls I've ever gotten from Right Stuff in my life. So, let's go. Of course, my hauls have only been like not even a year long at this point. So we got some we got some room to grow still, just so you're aware. But come on, let's live in the moment. This is such a sick haul so far, and I'll tell you guys, there is every time I look under here this month, there's constantly fire. So my room is a Dungeon Rest Stop Volume 2. I read this. This is an absolute banger. It's kind of like a more tame but more ecchi Konosuba. The main character is essentially like a less of a scumbag Kazuma. He's still a total pervert. But this series gets a lot more ecchi. It's a lot cooler in the dungeon too. It's a lot funnier. This one guy, he's a TV salesman or a cable salesman, and that's him right there in the back. And he gets trapped in the dungeon because he tries to leave the apartment, and then he doesn't know it goes into a dungeon, and he ends up best friends with an orc, and now the guild's trying to kill him because they think he's an orc. A white orc that talks. This is Humaro-chan G. So this is, I think, the finale of Humaro-chan. There's no G Volume 2, despite it saying G Volume 1. But this just picks up where the last volume left off. So, just too sad to see it go. Humaro-chan it's been a great read. Muscles, or I haven't read it yet. Muscles Are Better Than Magic, Volume 1. I've only watched Humaro-chan. Muscles is Better Than Magic is great. I thought it was going to be like Mashal. I don't think it's like Mashal at all. He's not trying to hide the fact that he has muscles. He's trying to show the fact that muscles are better than magic, not that, he can use his muscles to make magic. Though, he can perform muscle magic. That is true. So that's a whole other thing as well. The elf character pretty much plays the straight man. I know it shows her trying to do push-ups, but she's actually not trying to get stronger or train really with him. She's totally the straight man. She's always like, what is wrong with you? Why are you such a ridiculous freak? Stop trying to use your muscles to do stuff so barbarically. It's great. I finally picked up some banana fish. Everybody's been getting banana fish, so I thought I'd get it. It was on sale a while back, so I bought the series knowing that they wouldn't be able to really supply it with me, so I know it's going to be a long time before I get it all in. So I'm just kind of hyped to get it in when I get it in. I did the same thing with Yona of the Dawn. So when that comes in, that'll come in. I think it was like a shoujo sale. So we've got 1, 2, 9, 10. And banana fish in this series is actually a drug that they're trying to catch the supplier and get it off the streets. I don't know if this is this is upside down. There we go. Smart boy. Okay, I don't know if this is an older series, like in the 1990s, but the art style is super clean, so that's really what's drawn me to it. Not so much the raving reviews of the stories, no, the really clean art style. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, Volume 1. This was never released by Tokyopop, so I'm glad that it finally got released. But I'm still trying to get the whole series, or I think, yeah, that was Volume 1. I got Volume 3 here. I'm still trying to get the whole series by Yen Press. I do have the whole series by Tokyopop, but that's Kingdom Hearts 1, Calm, and then also half of 2, which is like really annoying. These big boys are a little too big for this boy. I feel like I'm going to destroy the spine. I mean, look at the transport already. So I really wish they released these in smaller volumes like the others. But I suppose that's okay. I love Kingdom Hearts. I hate Kingdom Hearts 3. I want it to burn in a fire. Hopefully I like the story more in the manga format than I do in the game format. But Kingdom Hearts 3, the DLC, I really loved. So I think there is still hope for the series, guys. I'm not going to say it's the worst series ever. I'm still in for it. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, the manga, Volume 1. For the most part, at least in the Tokyopop release, Kingdom Hearts is just like a super fast kind of manga adaptation of the game. Like, he cruises through the worlds. And they also tie in a little bit better to the main plot, the worlds. 358 over 2, Volume 5. I think this is the final volume of 358 over 2. Ooh, color pages. That's a nice surprise. I didn't used to have those. Superior release, hands down. Ooh, beach scene. Wow, buddy. Can't wait. You guys see that Cactar? Cactar summon confirmed, guys. Kingdom Hearts 4, here we go. So let's get these things a little bit more rearranged here. We've got a certain magical index. This is not the easiest series to find. Some volumes are a little bit harder to find than others, but it's mostly all in print. Mostly able to get from Right Stuff. If you're interested in the spin-off, certain scientific railgun or accelerator, those are a lot tougher to find. But there's also Astral Buddy. That one's, I don't think it's hard to find. I think that one's only 4 volumes long. Volume 15. I think these are the only ones I was missing. I think I get them in all of this haul, because I'm fairly certain I have a complete set now of Index. And pretty much Index is the name of the character Index in this manga, and she holds all of these spells and abilities in this big tome, this big book, and this character on the main cover there has to protect her with his ability to negate every ability as long as he's touching you. And so he negates everything, including his own luck, so he's got terrible luck, and he's a total goofer. Gun Gale Online Volume 3. This is a Sword Art Online kind of like, let's not focus on Kirito's story. It focuses on this girl with a cute little bunny hat. In real life, she's really tall, so in the game, she wants to be really short, which I think is kind of funny, because that's the opposite of what a guy would want to do. So that's why I think it's funny. So color pages in the front, which is nice. I watched the anime for this series. I actually liked it a little bit more than Sword Art at the time. But Sword Art at the time was kind of poo-poo, so maybe that's why. Odd Days of Goddess. This is the second volume of the spin-off Goddess titles for Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon? I think this just mainly focuses on the shenanigans of the gods in the series, but I'm not really sure if it's any good. We'll see. You never know, because Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon actually has good spin-offs, so I hope it's good. Mother's Rosary. This was a good series in the anime. This action looks pretty good in the manga too, I'm not gonna lie. I am pretty hyped to read through this, so hopefully it's pretty good. At least as good as those page flips made it look like when I was page flipping through them. Volume 3. I think I'm almost caught up with all of the Sword Arts, but there's just, honestly, it's got so many different arcs, it's hard for me to keep track. Here's Gun Gale Online Volume 2. And they're not even all done, but they go to the next story arc anyways, so I'm like, okay, wait a minute, where are we in this timeline? I'm trying to read this in, order of release, not order of the timeline, because Progressive is, at the beginning, but it's the most recent one, so if I tried to read it like that, then, well, I probably wouldn't get very far, since Progressive's not even done yet. I think they're still writing a light novel too. They changed the name of it to something that starts with an F that I can't pronounce very good. Barcelona of Froth or something like that. Here we go. This is it going to be right here. Barcelona of Froth. I don't know. I don't know why they changed the name. They changed the numbering, but I guess it's just a continuation of Progressive. And this is the most current title. So it should be cool. Pretty much this is just them kind of going through the tower in the anime, and even in the original manga they skip through a bunch of floors. So this time they go back and they just kind of fleshed it out a little bit more. Phantom Bullet I thought was pretty good. I didn't think it was great. I just thought it was good. Hopefully the manga can kind of elevate it to the next level, but I'd be pretty surprised if it does. Oh, and look at this, guys. I hate these tiny volumes that they release from J-Novel. I'm like, man, did you guys give me 2 chapters? Am I that lucky? This is part 1. I think this is volume, what is that, 4? Yeah. It's hard for me to read it because it's so small. The spine is tiny. It's so thin. So I still am waiting for 1 and 2. I haven't gotten those in yet. One day they'll come in, and then I can actually start reading the series. Hopefully no day soon. I I've got enough on my plate, I guess, right? So that's like right stuff telling me, like, listen, guy, you need to slow down. We're going to send you pieces of series until you catch up to the last series that you bought from us. You know, that way I'm still interested in their business, and I also am, like, intrigued to say, where's my stuff? Go to the website, realize there's a sale, buy more stuff. You know, it's a terrible cycle Right Stuff is putting me through. So don't fall through that cycle like I did, guys, okay? Let this be a lesson to you. Alright, let's open her up. Okay, you guys like sword art? You guys like Kingdom Hearts? Or you guys like Magical Index? Alright, let me get this. This is in here tight, okay? Magical Index 18. I'm like, Magical Index is actually just about to be on my reading list here. It's on my TBR. Like, my TBR is weird. Okay, it starts off in my recording room, the TBR, and then it goes through a series of piles in my recording room. Then it gets into my bedroom. Once it's in my bedroom, you know, it's just a matter of time before it's into the reading pile next to my bed. Because I also have a few shelves in my bedroom, and so that's kind of like my TBR. That's like when you know it's real. It's coming to you. Volume 13 and 17 here. So this is actually just about to enter my bedroom. It's sitting right next to me right now, which is the last step. I need to do like a video about how I do my TBRs, because honestly the process is just overwhelmingly confusing for no reason. It should not be as confusing as I've made it, but you know, it's the system that works for me, I guess. Well, does it? I don't know. I read a lot of volumes at a time. I feel like I do a good job kind of cycling through new and old stuff. You know, in my pile. Keeping it fresh. Here's volume 20. I think that looks very cool. Very red. Very red. They call it red period instead of blue period in that volume. This is volume 2. Let's see. I think that was the last one for 358 over 2 days. No, there's volume 4 right there. That'll be the last one. We Never Learned volume 15. I've been waiting for my girlfriend to read through this, but like she hasn't. So it's not even on my TBR because she wanted to read it first and she just hasn't read it. Yeah, so you know, I should probably just take it out of there and put it into mine. Girls Office Volume 3, they just delayed Volume 7, so that was great. I didn't even know there was going to be Volume 7. I thought that this was like a 4 or 5 volume series, and then I was like, great. So I hope this is actually, I thought this was a 6 volume series. So hopefully this is pretty good to warrant that. I'm annoyed that they delayed the 7th volume, but we'll see. Kirito is the coolest. Hey. Yeah, that's exactly why I was not interested in Girls Off. That's my whole fear, is that this is just going to be girl gossip. Kirito is the hottest. And one of the girls is like Kirito's cousin, and she has the hots for him in the anime. And like I really hope they breeze past that in the manga, because that was uncomfortable to watch. I was very skeeved. I was like, full stop. Get me out of here when that stuff happened. So I was glad they just ignored it in the next season, because I was like, please never mention this again. But yeah, you know, that's Kirito for you. All right, you want to be read? Okay, let's see. Barcelona Froth Volume 2. The thing that's kind of interesting about the Sword Art volumes is that the volumes are like very thick, and then they're like decently normal size thickness, and then they're thin. I mean, they range from any size. So when I order these books, I literally don't know what I'm gonna get. Am I gonna get an omnibus? Am I gonna get like a normal volume, or am I gonna get like a thick volume? I don't know. But Sword Art Online is an omnibus combining volumes 1 and 2 from Japan. That was the original one right there. This is 358 over 2 days, volume 4. I think this completes the whole series. 1 through 6, was it? Smoking Parade. Let's see. Let's finish up Sword Art. Sword Art Phantom Bullet, volume 1. I think that also finishes Phantom Bullet. I don't really know how many volumes there are of Phantom Bullet, though. These ones have very easy to read on the front. The sides aren't so bad as it was before, but maybe that's just because that was red. Volume 9. Maybe I was thinking they learned the lesson, and that's pretty hard to read. Volume 8. This is going to complete Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? So now I can actually, start reading that too. Sword Artoriar, or whatever, however you say it. Sword Ontario. Like the Canadian city or territory. I guess takes place before the main series, so I guess I could read it before it, but I don't really want to miss references from the future. So I'll probably just try to read the main series and then branch off. But yeah, I'm excited to read through it. I stopped watching the anime because there was a huge gap between seasons, so I just kind of want to read the story through coherently. Smoke Parade Volume 5. I think this is going to complete, the series for me. There's only like 8 volumes of it, so there's not that many. Here's Kingdom Hearts 2, Volume 3. I think I'm only missing Volume 2 of Kingdom Hearts 2 because it's fitting that way. I'm excited to get back into reading Kingdom Hearts. I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. I used to do Let's Plays of Kingdom Hearts, and I 100%ed Birth by Sleep and everything like that. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. A lot of you aren't. Leave a comment below, and I hope you guys had fun watching this video. Bye.